Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Oh my goodness, what a day it was yesterday. The XRP community was very active on Twitter, and a lot of it had to do with this and, potentially a certain bear in the community as well. I'm not just talking about this bearish market, by the way. Right now, XRP is trading at 0.183, so almost 18 and a half cents. All right, coming up right off this big low. We had a couple of big down days, guys. Some tall volume bars here. And this candlestick, this large, long red candlestick with a long tail, XRP went all the way down to, let's call it 17.8 cents. Rebounding up here. Okay, so it's past this 19-cent mark now, which was the last level of support that we had given it. And we're going to have to change that now because it's below that. And I have a feeling it could go, well, I mean, nobody knows. Ultimately, I don't want to say I have a feeling. Nobody really knows where it's going to go. But if it does go lower, the next level of support will be in around the 15-cent mark. I'll put it right at about 15 cents there. Okay, so that's 15 cents. That'll hit these last demand zones that we saw back in mid-2017 before its meteoric rise at the end of 2017. All right, so 15 cents, the next level. Do you have some money saved up just in case it hits 15? Who bought, by the way, once it went under 20 cents? Anybody in the audience there buy some more XRP for their stacks? I want to hear if you guys did or not in the comment section. So we're trading around 18 cents right now. And guys, so it doesn't seem that long ago that we were just at 30 cents, right? I'll tell you something right now. The lower it goes, the bigger that bag should be, because if you bought at 19 cents yesterday and it goes back up to even 30 cents, guys, that is a 58% increase in your stack. So 58%. Now, let me put that into perspective for you. The stock market, you're not getting 58% that easily. I feel like it could go back to the 30-cent mark very easily, and you got to look at gains in terms of percentage points and not, 589 or bust, for example. We will get there one day. We will see a 3-digit XRP one day. But guys, right now we're at the mercy of the market, and the market is dictating that XRP is lower. And you know what? To be honest, just brought down by Bitcoin. If you look at the charts, look at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is bringing down the whole market, so it really has nothing to do with any fundamentals regarding XRP. The entire market's down. Let's see, Ethereum, USD. Ethereum is down as well, okay? Litecoin, USD, down as well. Now, I didn't even research these cryptocurrencies before I just decided to bring up the chart there. I was just willing to guess that they were down because everything's down, all right? And guys, it looks as if there is a bear in the community that has gone back into hibernation. Yes, Bearable Guy's eyes are now closed on one of his Twitter accounts. So I think that's it. Lodestar 3, a little treasure hunt. I think that's all we got from Bearable Guy. Maybe he'll wake up sometime in the near future and maybe give us a few more clues, but until then, we must wait. We got this from the Daily Hodl. Ripple-backed startup reveals plan to unburden XRP and crypto from regulators across the European Union. So guys, this from Viets Vin. The founder of Ripple-backed XRPL Labs says he's working on a solution to help crypto ventures in Europe deal with the regulatory compliance. And this is essentially what is going to really get XRP utility up and going. In a blog post, Vince said that although he's a supporter of regulating crypto, he's concerned about how upcoming European and Dutch laws could impact digital asset innovation. The Dutch Central Bank announced in September that it would begin regulating crypto firms on January 10th. So Viets notes that these new regulations, like many that are already in place in other European Union countries, will require registration, supervision, audits, and regular collection of KYC, know your customer information, as well as reporting suspicious transactions with Dutch authorities. So he says, this makes perfect sense to me. I'm sure regulation is a good thing to a growing and maturing ecosystem, making its way to more and more use cases and users. However, think about those new and innovative use cases. Think about micropayments. Think about streaming payments and the Internet of Value. Now imagine all small teams of developers, crypto enthusiasts, innovators, having to get contracts with KYC providers data providers, defining risk profiles, scanning transactions, AML-related interactions with customers. Think about the costs involved in starting even the smallest crypto project. So his solution is to create a crypto regulatory compliance company to handle all those tasks for crypto ventures, large and small. He says he's already gathered a small team of innovators, developers, and consultants, and that the venture will focus on providing services for EU regulation first. The idea, he explains, is for crypto platforms and apps to forward their end users to his new business. A lot of this makes sense here. The article goes on, guys. I will link the rest in the description. Essentially, though, Vitsvin just wants to streamline the process rather than having it kind of a little here, a little there, a little up here, a little down there, make it a little bit more organized. So very interesting concept coming from somebody who is a coder, obviously looking for the efficiencies. Very good on you, Vitsvin. I saw this from King Solomon, December 17th, 2020. So this is the Financial Stability Board G20 deliverables schedule, guys, for 2020. And it was tweeted out by King Solomon at XRP_owl on Twitter. And it talks a little bit about fintech, global stablecoins, cross-border payment systems, and correspondent banking. Okay, so this is there, and if you guys look at, if you're looking at the screen, there's a screen grab here, and to the right, indicative time of FSB publications planned for 2020. And guys, you can see July. Final report on addressing regulatory issues of stablecoins. These are all G20 deliverables. And by October, roadmap with practical steps and indicative timeframes to enhance global cross-border payments. Hint, hint, I feel like this likely has to do in big part with Ripple. So 2020, at least they are planning to have some type of global framework ready. Very, very good information. I got to thank @XRP_owl for that. Thanks so much. And we got our buddy Corey Johnson here, of course, a former Ripple employee. I think MoneyGram is not alone in getting what Ripple powered by XRP can do. They've just got the guts to talk about it more openly. And I'm convinced, I think Corey Johnson is still tweeting about his former company Ripple and XRP related news because he holds mad stacks and he's looking for XRP to moon just like you and I, guys. I don't know why he'd still be tweeting about this kind of stuff unless he was really an XRP enthusiast like you and I. Now, he links this Julia Chatterley interview in the tweet. And this with Alex Holmes, okay, CEO of MoneyGram. And I don't know if you guys saw the interview. Some of the more interesting things that Alex Holmes talks about, well, they were talking about the US-Mexican corridor and how only 10% of MoneyGram's volume is going through ODL right now. Julia Chatterley asks how long till they ramp up. And Alex Holmes essentially says that more people need to be on the platform in order for them to ramp up. So it's a chicken and egg kind of scenario. They can't really source that liquidity and ramp it up until more people are on the platform, but more people aren't going to go on the platform unless they can have that liquidity. So this is this is a multi-pronged thing. Regulations, trust in cryptocurrencies, reputation, and infrastructure is a big point there too. So he kind of didn't really know when they'd be ramping up. Essentially, I think they'll ramp up whenever it's ready to go, whenever they can legally and feasibly do so. So guys, I will link Corey's tweet here in the description. This is a almost 8-minute clip here with some good tidbits from Alex Holmes. And Free American here on Twitter also posted this best line. I didn't hear it in this clip here because this isn't the full interview, but he posted this line. Best line of the day from CEO Alex Holmes of MoneyGram. XRP, instant speed of money, which is amazing. And essentially, that is just that. It is money moving quickly. It is money moving essentially instantly. Within 3 to 4 seconds, you can get your transaction super fast. And I noticed it yesterday, guys, when I bought my XRP. I bought some at 0.196. I know people will be asking, well, why didn't you wait till it went down to 18 cents? Guys, nobody has a crystal ball. Why didn't you wait till it went down to 18 cents? Well, I did. Well, you just got lucky. Nobody can predict absolute bottoms and absolute tops. If somebody tells you they can, they are full of shit. No, but seriously, a few cents here or there, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. The point is to cost average down. If you bought your last stack of XRP at, let's call it $1.75, which is a super high premium for today, then yeah, I would try to get that number down as low as possible. Getting my cost average down, so that I have XRP to trade in the future at different price points that make sense to me once they hit different levels of resistance. I am keeping some XRP for down the road, but in the meantime, I will take profits just depending on what makes sense for me and my aspirations. Okay, so thanks so much, Free American Spirit at F American Spirit on Twitter. And guys, I also saw this, Stephen Bull from the DEP at DEPSun on Twitter. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but some of this information is getting lost in and amongst all the cross-border MoneyGram ODL hype. Ripple wants to be the open platform for money. Ripple wants XRP, which is their core focus, to be one of the main assets to use when someone interacting with DeFi applications. This is coming from Brian Kerr from Cavalabs, December 2019. Now, guys, I'm going to play you this little clip here from this podcast that he was on talking about just that. Let me play it for you guys.
I was just at a Ripple launch event last night, and it's all about DeFi. They want to be the open platform for money. And XRP, like a core focus for them is making sure XRP is one of the main assets used when someone's interacting with a DeFi application. So, and I think that's true across the board for all these large cap cryptocurrencies. So we're going to just see more and more investment from those that have already established themselves, and the developers that are new and coming into the space, they're going to start developing on things that are not just Ethereum.
So guys, did you hear that? Ripple wants XRP to be the core focus of DeFi applications. And that is even bigger than cross-border transactions. Guys, DeFi, this is decentralized finance. It's a cryptocurrency industry movement that aims to recreate traditional banking services without centralized technologies. Bitcoin itself is a quintessential example of DeFi. Most other cryptocurrencies have relied on central issuers or organizations. DeFi is implemented through dApps, which are usually built on either a blockchain like Ethereum or a Tangle like IOTA. So when we talk about Ripple not having a rival in the space for cross-border payments, other than, I guess, maybe Stellar, but are they really competition? No, I don't think so. Ripple already has all those partners with banks. I think it's going to be DeFi where they're really going to have some competition with Ethereum and maybe with cryptocurrencies like IOTA, because right now the dApps are built on, like this says, the Ethereum blockchain, okay? Ethereum is built for smart contracts, which is part of why Ethereum exists. So, if this is true, Brian Kerr from Cavalabs, obviously Cavalabs being funded by the Spring Initiative. So, if this is true, could Ethereum be up against Ripple and the XRP token for DeFi applications next? It's an interesting thought to ponder. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.